Under special corporations, educational corporation is defined to be either stock or non-stock corporation that is organized for educational purposes and not for profit. For the incorporation, they must first acquire a favorable recommendation from the appropriate government agency before seeking the approval of the SEC to ensure its eligibility. Non-stock comprises of trustees that shall not be less than 5 nor more than 15, and it shall be in multiples of 5 with a quorum. For a stock corporation, it will only follow the provisions stated for the stock corporation in terms of the number and terms of directors. Next, under special corporations, a religious corporation composes entirely of spiritual persons created for the furtherance of religion or for perpetuating the rights of the church. It may be incorporated by one or more persons and shall be governed by Title 13 and by the general provisions of non-stock corporation insofar as they may be applicable. Religious corporations can become a corporation sold by this process. The head must file with the SEC his requests, and regulations must not be inconsistent and qualified as a corporation. He is charged with the administration of the properties and revenues, office head vacancy manner, principal office within the Philippines, and any additional provisions. The articles of incorporation must first be verified by affidavit or affirmation of the following, and as the case may be, accompanied by these documents as well, which must be notarized. Disclaimer: the law does not expressly require the approval of the SEC of the articles of incorporation, unlike in the case of educational corporations. A corporation soul may be dissolved voluntarily by submitting to the SEC a verified declaration of dissolution stating the following. Lastly, there are two types of religious corporation, namely corporation soul as discussed earlier, and religious society, which is incorporated by an aggregate of persons upon consent of 2/3 of its membership. Although take note, special corporation are not to be confused with an ordinary non-stock corporation organized for religious purposes. And that summarizes everything we need to know about special corporations. We hope you learned something today, and thank you for watching.
Created using Powtoon.